the Nation of Islam already said it. You raise a man, you raise an individual. You raise a woman, you raise a nation. Black men and women are still who black men and women prefer the most, and other races don't want us. Some of us may get out of this, some of our family members may get out of it, but for the most part, ain't nothing going to be fixed until we fix each other and we work on each other.
Well, I
And then
disagree. I believe I think we're black men is number 2 on the list of highly desired men.
so if
White men.
95% of if 95% of black men wanted to date outside the race, you think they can get a wife?
Yep, most definitely.
Yeah.
We're the number 2 on the list
Okay.
of being highly
But
desired.
still, and I'm not recommending that, but I do want to know how you feel about this, Ali. What if somebody said they want to go to the motherland and grab a wife over there? Would you
There's
be good
still
with that?
so it's something you can possibly do, right? I was talking with the brother about that yesterday as well too. But most of those women still want to deal with the men from their nations, from their cultures. They want the men from their backgrounds. They a lot of y'all realize how much we had these conversations when we talk about race and we talk about Africans and black people not liking each other. Then for the convenience conversation, we go, you know what, black men, black women, you can just go to the motherland and find a wife and wife and husband. But we've been telling black men and black women, Africans don't like y'all. So is it the Africans like us or
No, it's
Africans
not
don't like us?
difficult. It's not difficult to find a wife
No,
over there at all.
it's not a different conversation. You can't say
No,
Africans.
I didn't say it's different. I said it's not difficult to find a wife over there at all. So
I
think
Africans. And I was in the military. Bro. I'm telling you, every time I went overseas.
So again, you think that if our men left this country, most of those women would marry black men?
I do.
Oh yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah.
If that's what we wanted to do,
I
that's
don't-
not I don't think that's still
Especially if you went in
solution.
genetic
I feel like
lottery,
it's an
too.
option. I don't think we're gonna
I
fix our
just said
problems here
that
by
the
doing
certain
that.
percentage of men could.
Yeah.
Yes, the men
So
most
I
definitely can.
could agree to that.
Especially black men.
But yeah, the men absolutely can do that.
I
There's
think
way
China
more,
is starting to lean towards black
if you
men
look at the
now.
population, if you look at the populations, there's not that many of us over here. What do we got? Like 20 mil? Right?
Yeah, bro.
That's
Ali,
not a
you got to
lot.
understand your melanin skin, bro.
That's like one
the black
country.
man, bro. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna be surprised when you figure out how many women in different demographics and different races and cultures
I know a
love
lot
the
of
black man.
So I know a lot of. Don't forget, I'm mixed, right? I know a lot of Arabs. I know a lot of Indian people. I know a lot of Hispanics. I know a lot of white folk. Most of these people still have a certain sentiment about black folk. They still act a certain way around black folk. We can deny it all we want to, but they look down. They still look down on us. And Africans, I ain't gonna say most of Africans may do that. We have certain people that don't look down on us, and we have certain people that do. But for the most part, there's still a stigma surrounding around
What
black
I would
men.
argue, what I would argue,
I think I'm actually kind of on Ali's side. Ali's saying there's a difference in culture. So 20 years ago, a black American man could go to Africa and find a wife easily. And for me, my point is there was less feminism. But now African women are looking at Cardi B, are looking at Nicki Minaj. So even if an American man goes to Africa, it's not going to be as easy. They're not as traditional as they used to be. Is it going to be easier for a man, for a black American man, compared to a black American woman? Yeah, it will be easier for him to find, a wife compared to a black American woman finding a husband, because, women are still going to bring their 6-figure standards and 6 feet tall to African men, even if they don't want to cook and clean. So it will be easier for the man to find a wife compared to a woman. But the thing is, the women in Africa of today in 2025, they're not as the same women as 20 years ago. They're also losing their traditions. Why? Because they watch the Cardi B's, they watch the Megan Stallion, they watch the Sexy Reds. So the thing is, it's not as easy as it used to be.
argue given the landscape we live in now, when black women are responsible for more deaths of black men just by way of abortion, more doubling or tripling the deaths in the Vietnam War on the rate of abortion, it's not a stretch to go and try your hand with other races that might dislike you. Some people argue that the black woman in America over the past 20 to 30 years has been the most challenging or
You see how you flipped your message though?
no, well,
Earlier you were telling men
it's not my message. Remember, remember how I premised my statement. I said some content creators are arguing that. I'm not saying that was my position or my argument, but I'm just giving you an understanding.
Should black men marry black women? I want you to stand on it.
Let me respond. Black man should marry whatever woman he want to marry.
Here we go.
Whatever outcome he want to have. He shouldn't be. I don't think any man, regardless of your race, should be restricted to any type of woman or any race of woman. one thing I push and it has made me successful in the content I make is I've been able to help people go after the outcomes they want. I believe everybody should be a STEM major, a tech. But I've run into some guys that are great at videography and photography. And I told them, damn that nigga, dude, you need to go be a photographer. And these
So
guys are going out here killing it, filming and documenting wedding. I think Viz is a videographer too. But it doesn't matter what I think. It all matters whenever you're able to help people. If you're able to master and being able to get around what you want specifically, and just figure out what desired outcome does a person sitting in front of you want, and figure out how to get there from the shortest path of least resistance, you're gonna find yourself successful in a lot of these spaces. And
so
this is
y'all
a business 101, bro.
so
I think the difference between Darwin's position and Ali's position, Ali is preaching more realistic message that, hey, black men, the chances of finding a wife in 2025 are way smaller than it used to be. And then Darwin is more preaching there's still hope. And Ali is saying there is less hope and you better be, on your P's and Q's as a man trying to choose a wife. He's saying, listen, divorces are high, the laws are against you. And then Darwin is saying there's still more hope, right? So I'm going to be more on Ali's side. I rather men are more logical than using their feelings and hoping and using their chakras and all these things that women use. Men cannot afford to hope they're going to find a wife. Men have to be more realistic now more than ever, because whoever you choose to marry, whoever you choose to lay down with, that could be the biggest choice and decision you ever have to make in your life, because it can make or break you. But what do you guys think about that? Shout out to Ali, shout out to Lapif, shout out to Darwin, link down below.